Hey boys, welcome back to some NRL Supercoach, and it's going to be the round 16 review, and oh man, we had an absolute shocker. There honestly, not much more could have gone wrong this week. The only thing that could have gone more wrong was if we had a terrible captain option, which thankfully we didn't. But everything else just shit the bed. It was a disaster week. We just scraped over 1,045. It was definitely a lower scoring round than general. I was looking, I look at like Twitter, and like the last couple of weeks, people were sort of talking about like 1,200, 1,250 was about sort of, a good score. And this week it was more like that 1,100 to 1,150. High 1100s, that was sort of a good score. Obviously, we didn't crack that. So we did drop 214 ranks, which I was definitely expecting to drop a lot of ranks, but 200 spots, that's honestly fine. We're back to 383. No real concerns. It's still very tight up and around the top. So a good week here, good week there. You're going to drop and climb the ranks, but I'm expecting. I don't know. I'm nervous about this buy round because I don't know. I haven't really looked at like the top teams to see how many players they have, but I'm gonna have. I'll be definitely one of the lower amounts. So I'm expecting to probably get red arrows this week as well, but then hopefully, the planning we've done earlier in the season, we saved a couple of trades here and there, so we should be okay for the run home, I'm hoping, and hopefully we can start to climb back up past this round 17. But we'll see. We'll as you can see, dude, top 42%. It was a bad round. But let's go through the finer details. You can see just how terribly pretty much everyone went. It was. Oh, everything just went wrong for me. It was one of those weeks where I got so mad watching every game for Supercoach reasons. It was just a nightmare. But we'll start at Harry Grant, 37, shocker. Yeah, not good. I mean, the Storm were terrible, and oh my god, dude, that the Storm game made me so mad. Like, obviously, I didn't go early on Papenhuyzen, and that looked like I was never going to go early on Papenhuyzen last week because it didn't really work for my team that week, and I felt like going this week was the better option regardless, and I thought he would go well, but it looked like a genius stroke because he was on like no points, and then the fucking Seagulls just let him get like 100 points in 10 minutes. It started out being so frustrating, but then it got so ridiculous that you just had to laugh at it. It was absurd. So the people that went early on Papenhuyzen and obviously either viced or captained him were obviously loving life, and oh my god, just so frustrating. That Supercoach, man. Oh, Supercoach, it's a fickle beast. Cam McInnes got 48. Obviously, I didn't play him. It turned out to be a bad decision that we didn't play him. Not overly, but he started on the bench, which McInnes, I was never like that keen to get McInnes to begin with. I know, a lot of people picked him up in the back row ages ago, and a lot of people were jumping on after he got that big score where he got like a try and a couple of line breaks. I was never keen to get him, but honestly, he was one of the better options for round 17. For the backup dummy half, I thought he was a good option, and he still will be. Like, if he gets 50 points, that's fine, but he's definitely got to go. He's just not getting the minutes, and now he's favouring. I don't understand why Finucane wouldn't be starting in the front row and McInnes at lock, but I don't know. That's the way they're playing him. He's still got decent minutes, but he's definitely not a keeper long term. So after round 17, he's definitely got to be on the list to depart. Hopefully he just doesn't drop too much cash in the meantime. The front row, Isaiah Papali'i. His lowest score by far, 38 points. Doesn't really matter because obviously everybody has Papali'i. Tamalolo, 56. I was actually expecting a a bigger score from Tamalolo. It looked like he was going to play big minutes, but 56, that's fine. You'll definitely take that. Max King 57 again, just pumping out the 50s. He's just killing it. And then this is where I was losing it, because again I put the reserve on Pengai Jr. because again, like, he's a bit of a pod play. A lot of people have either got rid of him or just don't have him, and he's honestly a super coach gun if he gets decent minutes and he's fired up, and he was looking good. Even in the wet weather conditions, he was busting tackles. He had a couple of offloads. And then he had to fucking get injured. And, he got injured in the first half. He was on track to get another, 60-odd points. But, no, of course, this week, he gets injured. Does his ankle or... No, what did he do? His calf. He did, a calf injury. So, yeah, unfortunately, only 30 points, which means he does drop more cash, which is annoying, but... it shouldn't, in the whole scheme of things. I don't think it's going to matter for what I'm trying to do this week anyway, but I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, dude. It was already a terrible round, and then Pengai gets injured. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? Because so many people would have just played Max King as their fourth reserve, or McInnes or someone else, and they didn't do that well, but they still got better than Pengai because he got injured. I was losing at this point. Our back row was okay. Ola Kawatu, once again, 82 points. It's annoying that he doesn't play the full 80 because, he's an absolute monster, but he sort of... he lets him score a try and then he takes him off in the 70th minute. So, he's killing it, so I can't complain. Angus Crichton, 31. Obviously, the sin bin did not help Crichton at all. Not good at all. And then Talakai 54. Honestly, not too bad. In pretty terrible conditions again. 54 points, you'll take it. And he is, so he's not going to play because he's in the 17 for the Blues. Which means. Excuse me. I don't. Well, actually, we're probably keeping Talakai. I'll go through what I'm going to do in a second. But Adam Elliott. So this is where again the round was going terribly, and then I look on Twitter, and Ricky Stewart has announced that Ryan Sutton is starting at lock, and Elliott has moved to the bench. I was in all sorts at that point. But still, Elliott came out and just killed it. Elliott, I never used to like Elliott. At the Bulldogs, I thought he was pretty terrible. He was fine as a backup, back row lock option, but definitely didn't think he was first grade material. But Jesus, dude, going to the Raiders, he's been their best forward. Him and Tarpany have been their best forwards by far. It's going to be a huge pickup for the Knights if he can continue that form. And 77 points. How many minutes did he play? He played a fair few. He probably only played 50 odd minutes. Because he came on in the 20th. Dude, he played 50 minutes and he got 77 points. The dude is just killing it. So, Elliott is an actual keeper. So I'm so happy I picked him up. He's been, one of the very good decisions I made. Mitch Barnett, 46. Yeah, it's fine. We picked Barnett up as a round 17 option. I did play him in my reserves this week just because of the conditions, and I thought he would bang out some decent points. 46, it's okay. I'm hoping for a bit more. It's annoying that he wasn't goal kicking because Tex Hoy couldn't land a kick, and I was like, surely give it to Barnett to have a kick, but they didn't do it, so it's whatever. Our halves, Nathan Cleary, 82. We put the captaincy on him. I was tossing and turning between him and Nico Hines, and it didn't really matter in the whole scheme of things. Cleary 82, I think what did Hines get? 96. Okay, so Hines did get a few more, but it's not a huge swing either way when you look at the actual figures of it. So 82 for Cleary, that's fine. Ezra Mam 36, that's okay, considering the Broncos they played okay. They defended pretty well for the most part, but they made too many errors and penalties. So Ezra, hopefully he can just get a decent score in round 17, get some nice cash, and then we'll move him on at some point. Dylan Brown, I mean, he somehow got 58 points. The Eels were just absolutely disgustingly bad. I don't know how he got 58 points. I didn't even see him. I guess he got that one. I don't know if he got the try assist. He put Lane through a hole and then Lane offloaded it. Maybe they gave him the try assist for that. I'm not too sure, but I mean, I guess he makes a lot of tackles and runs the ball quite a bit, but I didn't see him at all that game. Like the fucking Eels, dude. Oh my god, they're so bad. But he got 58 points. I can't complain there. That's honestly pretty damn solid for how terrible they were. The back line, Ruben Garrick 58. Again, just solid. Campbell Graham 52. He was on like 30 points. He got a big upgrade. I don't really know where he got his points from because, yeah, he had a shocker. Jesus, dude. Now there's big news coming out from this because Campbell Graham has. It looks like he's fractured his cheekbone and he's out for 8 weeks. So this is the worst decision I made bringing Campbell Graham in. He's literally done nothing for me. He's got like 2 30s and now 50, and now he's out for round 17. But I've actually got a pretty hopeful idea and a bit of a pod play. But yeah, Campbell Graham, yeah, definitely the worst trade decision I've made this season. It's just been a disaster. I should have just gone with Mulatalo. Mulatalo, he got like I don't know how many points he got. He probably updated a fair bit, but he had like 3 line breaks. He got a try, but it was only on like 60 odd points. He probably updated to like 70, 80, but yeah, should have gone with Mulatalo. Would have been a much better option, but no. And then Taylor May 50, and then Mike Acevo 19. And I mean, it's frustrating, man. Like I took the punt on Sevo. You know, the first game, there were good signs there. He got like 30 odd points in a terrible... Again, the Eels, so bad 2 weeks ago. Last week, they were good. And then this week, they were just fucking dreadful. And of course, Sevo just had no footy and got 19 points. So, yeah, unfortunate. I still stand by the Sevo decision. He's probably not going to be a play every week, but he'll be a play when the Eels come good. Obviously, he's a play for round 17, but yeah, Sevo. Oh, man, oh, man. Our backups, Swiley 36, Kiraz 33, and Anderson 12. So, yeah, I made basically the right decision not to play Swiley or Kiraz. I mean, I know both of them scored better than Sevo, but I was tempted to reserve Kiraz or Swiley, but and that's the other dude. I reserved Pengai over them, but Pengai got injured, and they still scored a few more points. So it's just maddening. Grant Anderson had a bit of a shocker. I mean, the Storm was so bad, but hopefully. He looked, oh man, his defense was not great, so I'm just hoping he retains the spot for round 17. I just hope he does. Get some points around 17 and then not play again. That's fine. I don't need him to play. And then our backline, our fullbacks, Manu 97, just killing it, and Nico Hines 96. So yeah. A pretty absolutely god-awful round, but the team is still looking strong. I'm still not too disappointed. So the big thing here... Now, unfortunately, with Campbell Graham being out, it means the people that had Isaiah Tass for so long are reaping the rewards now, because Isaiah Tass is, for one, a really good centre. I actually think Campbell Graham is extremely overrated to start with. I actually don't think he's that good. Just watching him play, like, he's solid in defence, but... one-on-one, but I've never really seen that much in Campbell Graham. I think, personally, I think he's so overrated, but Isaiah Tass is looking really good, and he's going to be a really good number for people that got him. I'm not going to be able to get Tass this week because my plan... What was my plan? I was going to downgrade Pengai. Now, I got to downgrade Pengai. Unfortunately, I can't. I mean, there's a couple of. I don't think there's any like really good enough options that are going to play. If we look, who have we got? I mean, the funny thing is, Saluka Fafita has actually gone straight to the Bunnies. And the Bunnies have plenty of injuries in the forward, so maybe I downgrade to Saluka Fafita and he'll be a number for round 17 if he plays. I haven't seen the team list yet, but I'm assuming he'll get named. But it's a bit risky because then he could be an AE nightmare in the future, which doesn't really matter because like I don't know, like how often do you actually use the loophole, regardless if it's not a buy? So I'm not that worried about it, but I don't know. It would be nice if Saluka Fafita this week played decent minutes and then didn't play again. It would be beautiful, but I'm not that. I don't know. We could do that. Take like a 30 points from Fafita potentially, but we'll see if he even gets named. I think he would because of the Rabbitohs obviously have Arrow, Murray, Cook, Liam Knight was not playing in the first team, but he did get. He's a fucking. I saw that video on Twitter. That dude who made that tackle, what a scumbag. But he did his ACL, so he's not going to play. So there's definitely a spot for him, but we'll see. Anyone else potentially? Fanua Pola. Oh yeah, I saw he looked pretty solid. Did he score a try? How many minutes did he play? That's sort of what I'll look at. He played 42 minutes. I mean, I guess James Tarmo was out. Maybe one to watch, honestly. 42 minutes in his first game. I mean, if he plays 40 minutes, that's a beautiful little cheapy option, but it's obviously a very small sample size, so he's definitely one to keep an eye on to see teamless. Anyone else potentially? Davey Mawale probably comes, unless he's injured, he probably comes into that bench rotation now that they've got some injuries or origin players out. So he's also a good downgrade option potentially because it looks like he won't, play any more games other than that. But, and then you've got not too much else. There is one guy that's a bit more expensive that I was looking at before. I mean, even like a Makatoa, he started like 300k because he went on a bit of a run last year. But without Polo and I guess Campbell Graham is not in Origin. If both the props were out, Makatoa could have been a really nice option, potentially. And then, where is he? Leo Thompson, no. I mean, 19 points is just not. You just don't want that, and you're getting a little bit more expensive now. There he is, Stefano Otakamanu. He is now 292,000. Obviously coming back from a serious injury. I mean, he was like a keeper in the front row last year, but like form at the start of the year was not good. And then the injuries have sort of screwed him. But, I mean, the minutes, he's just not getting the minutes either, though. Like, I mean, he started out getting okay minutes. I don't know. I don't think I can do it just because it's not bad. Because, like, if he just starts getting some more minutes, like, he'll make money. But, yeah, being 300k, it's just probably not the best option. So at the moment, let's just get one of these cheapies in. Who do I think's the best option? Probably Pole, Saluka Fafita, or Mawale. I mean, Mawale's not really played many minutes when he's on there, so I don't know. Maybe at the moment we'll go the young Tiger. we might not end up doing this, but we'll see. I mean, he played 40 minutes. If he can do that consistently, I mean, the Tigers need something. They're absolute dog shit. So, you know, if he's a bit of a young gun coming through, like, you know, he could be a nice cheapie. But so we're definitely downgrading Pengai Jr. So we're downgrading him to a cheapie. Then I was obviously going to get Pappenhausen. Now, for some reason, I thought that I could only get Pappenhausen by getting rid of Sawali, Manu, or Garrick. I don't know why. Someone in the comments pointed out that, yeah, you can obviously I can get rid of like Kiraz or even Graham now. And I can just switch Manu back into centre wing. I don't know why I thought I could only get rid of the fullbacks. But I think Kiraz is, well, I mean, we might as well just get rid of Graham now. It doesn't really matter who. Kiraz and Graham are both going to go. So if we trade out Graham, because I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that he is gone. Like, there's not really a shot there. And if we look at, god damn it, fucking Pappenhausen, he went up in cash. He got 135. He didn't even drop any cash, my guy. But we got a lot of coin now, which is nice. But, oh my sweet Jesus. He went up money. Oh, that's a disaster. That is a disaster. Because I'm not even that, like... I mean, you gotta bring him in, but at the same time, like, the Storm are gonna be without so many players, taking on a pretty full-strength Sharks team. I'm not that keen on Pappenhausen this week, personally. Like, it's gonna be... I don't know who I'm gonna, like... Do I captain or vice-captain Hines or Pappenhausen? Like, that's the question. Because Hines... I don't know. Taking on his former team, Pappenhausen... That's a tough one. I mean, it's obviously a vice-captain because they play the first game, but who do you go? Pappenhausen or Hines? I mean, I guess Pappy's got the better ceiling, but... I don't know. That's actually a tough one. That could make or break this round 17. If you take a bit of a punt on Hines vice-captain rather than Pappenhausen... but I don't know if I could do that. And then, if we trade out... Well, so we got 300k in the bank, one trade left. Other guys that are on my watch list. I was actually... Oh, no, I can't actually do that, can I? I was actually thinking about getting in Latrell Mitchell because... But I don't think I can, right? No. I can't. I would have to get rid of... Again, I would have to swing Hines up into the halves. So I'd have to get rid of Ezra Mam. Yeah. There's no other way I could do it, right? I would have liked to have gotten Latrell Mitchell, I'm not going to lie. It would have been a nice one. But if we get rid of... Who do I want? Kiraz or Sawali? I mean, probably Sawali long term is a better option than Kiraz. Like, let's be honest. So if we trade out Kiraz, because we can't do anything, can we? Yeah, we can't swing anyone. Yeah, unfortunately not. So if we get, I mean, I'm probably just gonna get in Mulatalo. It pains me to do it because I'm pretty much at this point. I'm pretty much getting rid of Campbell Graham for Mulatalo. So, if we just went Mulatalo to start with, it would have been lovely. Alex Johnson with another 111. God damn it, he just scoring tries, man. But Mulatalo, he's dropped a bit of cash as well. Only got 50. He only got 57, dude. He had 3 line breaks. Maybe they took one of those line breaks off him potentially. I'm not too sure, but. I don't know how he scored so low. He had so many attacking stats. But I think he is just the best option. I mean, you've got I mean, Cobbo obviously not. Nick Meaney, no. Obviously with Pappy back, not to be. Sione Katoa, I guess, is a bit of a pod play over Mulatalo, but I think Mulatalo's just got a better base work rate. Well, they're pretty similar, honestly, but I just prefer... I think I prefer Mulatalo. He's an 8 or 9% of teams. Yeah, you could. I mean, Zach Lomax is a sneaky little pod, I've got to be honest. I was I'm not gonna lie, I am half tempted by Lomax. He only got 46 points, but again, it was pretty bad conditions. Well, it was terrible conditions for them. And if we look, he's just been so consistent. Like, he had a couple of big back-to-back weeks, 43, 74. He started to come good, and then who's he got coming up? He's got our Broncos at 17, Roosters, Manly, Cows. It's not bad. It's not a bad run home for the Dragons. And then Mulatalo. I don't know. It's a risky play. Because if we look at Mulatalo, he's definitely got the bigger scores in him, but he's definitely had some low scores. I mean, 24, 13. I mean, I guess they're a bit of an anomaly because the rest have been like above 40, above 70 basically for the rest of them. And then the rest of his draw is Storm, Cowboys, Penrith, Rabbitohs. That's a pretty tough 4 weeks. Dragons, potentially tough. Tigers, Manly, Bulldogs, Knights. It's a good run home to finish. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I've got to think about it. At the moment, I'm actually leaning towards fucking Lomax. Why? No, I don't think. No, looking at the ownership, 15% of people own Lomax. So, all in all, Mulatalo is still a pod play. So I think Mulatalo. I don't know why the hell it went back to this. But yeah, get rid of Kiraz. I mean, he's done a great job for us. Get in Mulatalo. We still have 161 in the bank, which is nice. So we'll have a look at this for our round 17 coverage. So get rid of Grant for McInnes. At the moment we'll go Polle, but that could change. I might maybe go, depending on team list, maybe go Saluka for Feeder. Oh god, what are you doing? Stop. What the hell are you doing? What the hell is happening? Stop. Oh my god. Goddamn super coach. Freaking me out. And then our back row, Barnett can come in. For it doesn't really matter. Obviously, Talakai being out is annoying. So I did want to get rid of Talakai, but obviously with this Campbell Graham being out, I can't get rid of Talakai. Because, I mean, I guess the center, the back row, there's not really any good options anyway. Like, I got Barnett. Like, Frizzell could have been decent as well. But that's pretty much it. Oh, Madison. I forgot about Madison. Oh, am I really going to bypass Madison? I guess oh, maybe I could instead of going Mulatalo, I could get Madison because I could still trade out Kiraz, swing Ben Trbojevic down to the back line and get in Madison. That's probably the better option, right? But I fucking Madison, dude. A rib injury is not nice though. Like no, that's another spinner in the works. I probably think Madison is a better play overall because I need better back row options long term, and my back line is pretty much set. So I think Madison's probably the way to go. So I might switch this, and instead of Mulatalo, I'll go Madison in the back row, swing Ben Trbojevic down to centre wing. That's probably better. That's probably better for the long run. I don't love it because Madison's rib injury is just, it's one of those injuries that just could take a while to fully heal. He might not play the full minutes. His, everything could be a little stuffed up, but we'll see. So put in Anderson for, doesn't really matter, whoever. Hines is obviously playing in Pappenhausen. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but that could be Madison or probably Madison. So 7, 8, 8, no Talakai. 8, 9, 10, 11. So we'll have 11 for round 17. It's not the worst. Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, that pretty much does it. I'll definitely tinker with the team a bit more, depending if I go Poly or someone else as a cheapie to play, and then I'm probably going to go Madison over Mulatalo. I think for my team, I just need that one extra keeper back row. I've got decent back row. I don't know. Madison's worries me. He just worries me with that injury, dude. But yeah, I totally forgot he's the only other back row keeper in round 17 that I was keen on. So yeah, the Campbell Graham injury really stuffed me up, dude. Otherwise, I would have just gone fucking... It would have just been Papenhuyzen in, Madison in for Talakai, and the cheapie in for Pengai. God damn it. It really fucked me over there. But that's alright. We'll work it out. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Supercoach action. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.